Hey guys, Shane here with One Shift at a Time. How you doing? It's Saturday night. You know what that means? It's power ranking times. Power rankings number 5. We're gonna start as always as we do in the East. Here we go. Unfortunately, as always, it's still the Buffalo Sabres. I watched them today in the game against Philadelphia, and unfortunately, it just looked like a listless team there. And the benching of Skinner, or the $9 million healthy scratch, whatever you want to call it, does not seem to have worked. I mean, he got a penalty today, but it didn't really seem to help. That brings us to number 7. We got the Devils, another team that does not seem to be improving, unfortunately. I see big changes happening here, in here and in the Sabres. Number 6, the Rangers, hot and cold. Some games they're good, some games they're bad. They remind me of my team, unfortunately, not this team, the Flames. But you never know what team's going to show up. The Islanders, on the other hand, in number 5, they're starting to improve. You're starting to see some more steady play from them. They're controlling the action more. I like what I'm seeing. Watch the Islanders. They're going to be turning around, I think. Number 4, we still have the Penguins. I think they went up to 3 last week, but they're back to number 4 this week. They're just being the cardiac guys there, and I can't call them kids because they're not kids anymore, but they're trying this come from behind stuff, and it works some nights, but it's not happening, and it's not working every night, and that's not a team you want to be. You don't want to play from behind like that. It really hurts you. Number 3, the Capitals. They had a couple bad weeks, but it seems things might be turning around, and they're still not getting production from their big guns. So once the big guns start firing, I think Washington's going to be in a good place, and they can make a run at number 2, the Bruins, who were kind of stagnant this week, but the Capitals just didn't have a good enough week to pass them. If this continues, though, they will be taking number 2 next week. The Bruins need to string some wins together. Brings us to number 1, the Flyers. Wow. They're just playing really good. I saw them play today. They controlled the action from bell to bell, and the Flyers are looking good. Watch out for them in the East. Let's see you in the next video. Alright guys, and we're off to the Central. And number 8 there, we have the Stars. I mean, I guess they're winning or losing some games in overtime, so they're getting at least a little bit of points, but they're just losing too many games here, and they're slipping way too far behind. I don't see them... call me shocked if they make us come back at this time. Number 7, we have the Predators. Also, this is another team. I don't want to count them out yet, but they're slipping. They're slipping hard, and they need to right the ship in Nashville. Otherwise, it's just gonna slip away from them. Number 6, the Red Wings. The Red Wings are playing better, I have to say. They are starting to put some wins together. They only lost 1 game this week. Who knows? Maybe Detroit is back. Brings us to number 5, the Blue Jackets going the other directions. 4 straight losses. That's not what you want. Columbus seems to be reverting. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Number 4 is still the Blackhawks. They're pitter-pattering, getting at her. We'll see. Nothing spectacular, but they are playing some good hockey. They're getting the wins they need. They'd love to move up. Number 3, the Canes, though. They're doing so well. I gave them number 1 last week, and they didn't play very well this week, so they had to drop back down 2 behind number 2, of course, the Panthers. The Panthers, again, another solid week. Man, the Panthers have got to be the biggest surprise of the season. They keep playing well. Week 1 it was a surprise they were the number 1 team. Who would have thought, though, in week 5 they're still number 2, holding on. But number 1, Tampa was like, oh my god, we got moved down to 4 in the power rankings last year. They turned it up. They won every game this week, 4 straight wins, and yeah, this is the Tampa Bay team from 2 weeks ago that I said, this is a scary team that could go all the way. And who knows, maybe this adversity in the last week will help them become even stronger. Alright guys, see you in the next one. Alright guys, we're just going to keep it on moving into the West. And in the West, we gotta start with the Ducks, of course. Number 8, the Ducks. 6 losses in a row. Wow, things are not looking good in Anaheim. I could see a total dismantle and rebuild happening there with this kind of effort being put forth. Number 7, also the Sharks. Minus 18 goal differential. Like, they need to start scoring in San Jose. They're just getting outscored every game, and it's just, they need to find the scoring touch. Number 6, the Coyotes. I mean, they had an alright week. They won 2, they lost 2. Back losing again now. The same could be said for number 5, the Kings. The Kings, again, 2 wins, 2 losses. They show some good signs. I have a lot of faith in them. I think they're just having a rough start to the season. I think they're going to turn it around, but I can't justify putting them up higher in the power rankings than this yet. Number 4, we do have the Blues. Blues haven't been playing bad, but I mean, some teams had some better weeks. There's no doubt about that. This is I think one of the toughest divisions. I would say this is one of the tougher divisions with the top 3 teams here, which does move us to number 3, the Avs. The Avs are still playing very well ever since that outdoor game in Lake Tahoe. They've been putting the wins together. I really like what I'm seeing there. McKinnon's back. Rantanen and Landeskog are all playing very well. So look for good things in Colorado. Brings us to number 2, the Wild. The opposite of the Ducks right now. They're on a 6-win streak and starting to storm up this power rankings. If I do a league one, they'd be pretty high in the league there with a 6-game winning streak. Things are definitely looking up in Minnesota. And back to number 1 though, we do have the Golden Knights. They have the opposite problem of the San Jose Sharks. They have a plus 15 goal advantage in their goal differential department. So they've been having no trouble finding the back of the net. I really like what I'm seeing out of Las Vegas, and I see them probably winning this division unless Minnesota says something about that. So we'll see how that goes next week, and we'll see you in the last one. And here we are as another Saturday comes to an end, and we're back in the north, of course. Number 7, the Canucks. I mean, they're in another 4-game losing streak now. This is their second of the season. Let's hope it doesn't. The last one went to 5. Hopefully they can snap it before it gets there this time. But, man, every time they show a glimpse, it gets smothered by another streak. And that brings us to number 6, the Canadiens. They are bettering the Canucks right now because they're on a 5-game losing streak. They did sneak a point out of Winnipeg in overtime tonight. So that gave them a slight edge over Vancouver, but not very great. Number 5, the Sens. The Sens did have their winning streak snapped by the Flames tonight after quite a good week. Definitely a bounce back from the Senators. They are definitely showing some signs of improvement. The young guns are flying. Number 4 is the Flames. I mean, they got 3 out of 4 points against Toronto. 2 out of 4 against Ottawa so far. They've got some more games against them. They really showed a good bounce back tonight. We'll see how these next 2 games go against Ottawa to really feel them out. The Jets also, I mean, they're on another 4-game winning streak too. Seems like a lot of streaks in this division, one way or the other. Obviously, with them playing each other, that will be a thing. I mean, Ottawa's looking good. I've said this from the beginning. They're a tough team, and they're going to make you earn your wins if you get them against them. Number 2, the Oilers. Oh, they were so close. They were in number 1 most of the week, but with a loss to the number 1 team by 4-0, good margin. That did bump them back down to second. The number 1 team, as it's been all season, the Leafs. They almost lost it, as I said there. The Oilers almost dethroned them, but I wouldn't put them past the Oilers to come back at some point and try and take it, or maybe someone else. Who knows? Been a great week, and to win again without Matthews really shows the character of the team. Toronto's looking good. I hope you guys enjoyed another week of Power Rankings done. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. Share this video as much as you can. All the help really helps. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.